You guys. I'm a little bit disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. It's been about 2 months since I've started doing this whole YouTube kind of journey thing by myself, and not a single person has commented on how cool these lights look behind me. Look at how cool they look behind me. No one said a thing and I'm mad. So all I want to see in the comment section down below is how dope my dope lights look. Okay? That's good? Okay, moving on.
Listening! Listen!
Hello friends, my name is Anthony. Some people call me Twan. I'm a multi-instrumentalist, a mix engineer, a singer, and I'm here to, to basically yell at you for not commenting what I want you to comment. No hate comments, no recommendations, no. This camera looks a little bit overexposed, so hopefully I'm not too shiny coming out of it, but if not, it's fine, because I've got, for the first time ever in my life, actually, ponytail.
The pony line also does tricks, like this one. Look at it! Look at the trick!
What does it look like? Don't know, can't see it. Remember, if you want to get your suggested into the Beanie of Justice, all you got to do is drop the comment in the comment section below.
The pony line also does other tricks, like this. She hops like the bunny. Hop, hop.
Okay, this one we got BABYMETAL Monochrome. I was waiting for BABYMETAL to pop up. It's been a while. So I've pulled up Monochrome live. Now here's the problem. I remember with Sweet Clarity when we were doing reactions, we did a BABYMETAL tune called Road of Resistance. Fantastic tune, lots of great moments. Video got blocked with the hammer blocked. Like it was like they were not having it. I'm gonna give this one a shot. If it gets blocked, you'll be probably looking at a lyric video or visualizer or something. My apologies. Okay. I have expectations. But this song sounds sad. Is this like the opener song for the set, maybe? That'd be sweet. I'm waiting for like a big like Michael Jackson stance. Yeah, I'll get out there and, you know. It's a cool track. Definitely the intro. Big question is, how do they choreograph the intro? Oh! Oh! That's awesome! This mix is amazing! Wow! I love these melodies. Jeez, man. They're all so good. Oh, those guitars are tuned low. There it is. Never go wrong with a crowd chant. Yeah. Oh. Man, everything is so top notch. This is crazy. I have so much to say. Amazing. Look at all them people. That's at least a couple hundred.
That's amazing.
All right, where's the song going? Nice. God, that is a huge stadium. Madness. Oh. I was like, they're not gonna follow that, right? Cool. That was great. All right, here we go. Nice. Yeah. That's such a good melody. Nice. Whoa, dude. Okay. Holy moly. So like I was saying, I had so much to say about that. Number one, as not a dancer, I will never understand how they remember all that choreography. And not only that, it was absolutely perfect. All three of them were just perfectly in sync. Everything was just perfect. And I get it, they've been doing it a while, they're the best of the best already, it's probably nothing for them. But for the layman like myself, that is insane. So that's like just the first layer of the multiple wedding cake layer of baby metal. The first thing that I noticed, number one, live. When you play live, sometimes getting a very good sounding mix, getting the song to sound good just by itself is freaking hard. And it's always because there's just so much that can get slightly nudged when you're playing live. So for anybody who doesn't know about recording and things like that, there is a very technical way that you go around placing microphones on drums, guitar cabs, bass amps, even like vocal microphones. Everything is, there's a very rigorous science around microphone placement. And nudging, literally, this is not an exaggeration, nudging a microphone that's miking a guitar cab by a centimeter to one side will drastically, completely change the guitar tone. Same thing with drums, where you put the mic on a drum head, because that could be, you could put it slightly too close, you get too much low end, too far back, you get too much bleed, too far to the outside, you get too much of an overtone ring, too much to the middle, it sounds too lifeless. It's really specific. So the fact that they can get such a clean recording out of a live performance just speaks volumes about the team surrounding the three ladies. It's insane. And I'm sure the team is huge, judging by the stage and the lights and the production and all that stuff. I'm sure it's just chock full of the best of the best in the industry. And it shows, it really does. I've been saying this a lot lately, but you can tell when there is a band and the production and everything, like the team, the band and the greater team, when they're firing on all cylinders, it's something that you can just feel. Do you know what I mean? This was one of those where, man, everybody was just on. They were just on it. The vocals were perfect. The dancing was perfect. The guitars, not just the guitars, the band. The band was perfect. The stage was awesome. The stage design had them up on that big circle, out in front of everyone, still kind of up above. And the crowd was huge, and their opener song was just perfect. It was planned perfectly, it was choreographed perfectly. They had that jazz odyssey section in the middle where we got the crowd chants coming back and forth. That's always really cool. Now I'm assuming this was an opener. I'll caveat it by saying this, and this is the other thing that I noticed now if we go to kind of the songwriting. This sounded different from the BABYMETAL that I have heard. This felt more like a power ballad rather than the Gimme Chocolate one, where it was like real quick, real fast, you know, really kind of chugging, not quite punk, but real speed kind of metal stuff. This one felt like a power ballad from a power metal band. And it's not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but this is definitely, it has a different energy to it. So it's making me wonder, maybe that was not the opener song. It feels like something you'd kind of put in the middle of a set to switch up the energy a little bit. And maybe it was one of those things where all the lights went down and then they kind of did the next backing track, kind of a build-up. That's now what I'm thinking. Because I feel like, especially for a band that's geared specifically towards the three ladies, that when you have an intro song, it's going to be much more bombastic. It would have the two non-lead singer ladies, they'd probably get their time to come out first. Boom, boom. And then like the other one, I feel like would be like standing behind a curtain like this, and the curtain would drop and she'd just be there. And then that's how it would go. I feel like something like that's probably what they would do. It leads me to believe this is probably a middle song, not an intro song like I thought. The songwriting for this one was really cool. The thing that caught me first was that guitar melody is so good, and the chords behind it made it so nice. Here's what's really cool about this, right? So, they did the thing that I just love. So first off, this song is in a low G, like a G1. That's super low on guitar, by the way. That's really low. I will show you. I can pull out my guitar here in a second. But they did, what's really cool is they did a drone, which is just a single note down in the bass. It's all just G. And then they did like chord changes more in the top end. But the low note doesn't change. So it gets this really cool, like, kind of tension-y part before it releases. And then the actual guitar melody was just like a... or something like that. Again, I've heard it once, don't judge me. But that's just a very simple 1, 5, 2, 3. And like you can't go wrong with sticking to diatonic minor over just a drone G down at the bottom. It all sounds cool no matter what you do. I was literally just playing random notes in G. So that's awesome. That melody caught me instantly and I was so happy with it. That just sounds so good. Now here's the other thing. I will demonstrate this very quickly because I heard this too. Like I said, those guitars are tuned crazy low. For those of you who do not play guitar, I will show you how low. Have a listen. This guitar is an 8-string guitar. So normally what happens, sorry, I gotta put my foot up because this thing is shaped weird. So you're gonna see my nice white legs. I hope that doesn't make anyone uncomfortable. On a normal 6-string guitar, you actually have let's see if I can show you. You have the 6 lowest to my nutsack are the normal 6 that you'd have on a quote unquote normal guitar. Okay, so white legs coming up. That would be these 6. Is it slightly out of tune? Yes. Doesn't matter. We don't need it. Okay, so you have a low E. This is like normally the lowest that you could get on a standard guitar. Okay, so now add one more string lower, you get a low B. You go down this far. And down here, this is like kind of what some of the lots of what prog bands use. Use your little lower. Now, go even further. Add another string below and you get to a low F sharp, which goes down this far. You hear how freaking low that is? Now this song was in G, which is here. You hear how low that is? And that's a guitar. Now take the bass an octave down from that and you will just be left, like you won't even be able to hear that note. And this is true, by the way, with anything lower than about a B or an A0. An A0 is the lowest note on a full grand piano. The lowest note way over here. It's it would be, see if I can find it. That note. Anything lower than that, you can't actually hear the fundamental note. What you hear are the harmonics above the note. So now imagine you go from the low A down to a G, literally down. Look, my piano, the software I use for my piano sim doesn't even have that note there because it just doesn't exist in the piano realm. So on bass, you can imagine how low that really is. It's insane. And it's awesome. I love it because it sounded really, really cool. But what's cool about those extended range guitars and subsequently extended range basses is you're not confined to any key. Like a lot of guitars, they ergonomically have some keys that are easier to play in than others. For guitars, it's normally kind of E, A, if you go to drop D, things like that. Much simpler. And because you can utilize open strings on a guitar, it's much more flexible in what you can do. These extended range guitars give you all this extra space to go down, which then keeps you going much, much more flexible for additional chord choices that don't just have to be up in the higher register. Now you can go down to play an open on a low B, and all of a sudden all that opens up to you. Go down even lower and go to a low F sharp. You can play in the key of G, but also now have notes all the way down, because normally on a guitar you play in the key of G, you're only 3 semitones away from the very lowest that you can go. So if you're in like G minor, all you can really play is G and F, and then you can't go any lower, so you'd have to go higher. On an extended range guitar, you can actually go lower. BABYMETAL was doing this like crazy. Their verses were real low and real chuggy. And then the chorus kind of opened up, and it was, kind of some higher chords, and they were bigger chords, not chug-a-lugs. And it just, opened everything up. Then they used the lower register to close it back down in the verses again. And they did some stuff in the verses, then they opened it back up, which is again going back to how to properly write songs. When you write proper songs, you have the song come down, then come up, then come down, then come up, and kind of change dynamics and volume and keys and tones and just keep stuff interesting. And that's what they were doing here. So I hope that made any kind of sense. I got way too excited pulling out all my instruments and just touching stuff. I love touching instruments. And then the last thing, just the very last thing that I'll say, is the stage show looked awesome. The stage itself looked awesome. I'm very jealous of the lights. I wish my band had lights that looked like that. And of course, the vocals and everything were super clean. They weren't anything insanely high or insanely low or crazy fast or anything, because this was the power ballad. They were nice in the middle, nice and belty, good tone, very solid, and they did what they needed to do. There's not much more you can say about that. Whew, shit. I think that's the longest explanation I've done so far. Thanks everybody for sticking around to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed and maybe it made some kind of sense. Maybe you learned something, and if not, the comment section's always open for you to praise my dope lights. No hate comments, remember. No, not allowed to do it. I will know who doesn't watch my videos if you leave comments that don't say the dope lights are dope. I'm watching you. I see you. If you like what I do here, I sing in 2 bands, play guitar in a 3rd band. All the info is in the description below. On this channel, I kind of do some random musical things, either vocal covers, guitar covers. Sometimes I do one-man band covers where I play all the instruments myself, mix, master, shoot the video, just by me, myself, in the studio, because I have no friends, so I do it on my own. Why not? So yeah, you can hit the subscribe and maybe the little bell button if you want to keep in touch with everything. And until then, get out.